Alrighty, friends. So today we're going to be playing some Falcon in the Mecha Break demo. I played the first playtest of Mecha Break, and I absolutely loved playing Falcon, so I was really excited to try out the demo when it came out again. So this is like day 2 or so of the demo, so it should be a lot of fun. So far I've gotten a handful of games in, and I'm absolutely loving it. It feels smooth. It's of course early, still in development, so there are some bugs here and there. I've been seeing a handful of Sky Raiders, which is the other flying person, get stuck a lot. So while there are bugs, so far my playing experience has been phenomenal. I'm really excited. So today we're jumping in as Falcon. We have a pretty well-rounded team. A lot of heavy defenders. I think we have 1 or 2 heavy defenders. We have a medium support, and we're on a fun map. So let's hear what she says about it. Alright, and then if you guys look on the team, you can see I'm the only light attacker on this team. I'm the only light character in general on this team, which is great. So if you guys are new to Mecha Break, there's different types of... So first off, press tab to look at the enemy team, so we can see we have a Falcon on the enemy team, so we are going to have some air fighting going on. But as I was saying, every weapon does a different damage type, and every mech has different armor damage types. So here as Falcon, our left click, or our main gun, is going to do ballistic damage, and not a lot of it. And our 2 secondary weapons, so our 2 rockets, are going to do blast. And while they are big blast, they're not as strong as other characters. So, oh my god, there's an Arakami. I was scratching my eye. So as Falcon, our big job here is to be really annoying and safe. So we're going to drop. So right now we know that there's an Arakami over here. So we're going to try to avoid long sight lines with it. And we're going to change onto this Falcon. Now, while chasing this Falcon, we have to be aware that there's an Arakami looking at us. So while I want to be able to kill him, which we do be able to get off, and we're going to be able to get a lot of different damage here. Arakami's distracted. We ran out of energy, but that's okay. They're under there. So this fight right here is going to be a little scary. I don't want to fly directly into there because I don't want to take the brunt of Tricera's damage. So we're going to come around. And then we're going to try to see who the squishiest target in here is. And you guys are about to see a very hectic fight when it comes to inside this point in general. So we're going to be constantly changing from our human form, or our regular bot form, to our airplane form to be able to get mobility off. If we need to turn sharp corners or anything, you're turning into your person form, and then you're shifting for a dash to quickly change trajectory, sorry. Beep. And you also want to make sure that you're always targeting something before you click your missiles, or else they're kind of just going to go anywhere. So we might be losing this fight. We see we have 1 guy dead. I'm having a little trouble here turning. We're going to keep trying to get as much damage off as possible. We see somebody hiding over here, so they probably are low health, so we're going to chase them down. We see the other Falcon, who should not be in here, because, yep, he's way too low to be fighting in this area right here. We're going to see... If you guys see, we have our escort, so that means we got the point. If the enemy got it, it would be red. So we're going to come out the side here to A, try to clear out the area a little bit for people, and B, cause a distraction. So everyone's going to turn to look at me. Narakami's looking at me, which means Panther's able to come up on her while she wasn't paying attention. And we're going to chase down Narakami, which is great because you can't normally kill Narakamis because they're just so elusive. Yep. I was not ready for the Welkin cage right there, but Welkin's trying to get out of here, so we need to clear a path for him, but they have a Tricera sitting directly on top of the front door, so that's going to be pretty difficult for us. So one thing we're going to do is drop down here, come around, but we're going to stay low to stay out of sight lines. And then we're going to come back up, and we are waiting for that Falcon to come around because we're going to chase him down and kill him real fast, because that's the best thing we can do in this situation. Or chase down the Narakami if we can find her. And we did just get shot at by her, so we know she's somewhere close. Drop down here, jump into these crystals real fast to increase our energy gen. So if you don't know, the blue crystals on the ground increase your energy regen when you fly over them. We're changing our target now to the intercept. Gotta make sure that this girl dies before she can do anything with it. Turn to human form here just to get some damage off. Wait to create some distance and then come back in with muscles. But we are not going to be able to get this apparently. Eep. So this is really hard for Falcon right here to be able to clear people off because all we have in our base form is ballistic damage. And ballistic damage isn't the strongest, so like right there we didn't get it, but we are going to at least get this kill. So she's able to dance around right there, and the only big damage we can do is ballistic, unless we get good shots off on a rocket, which is possible. So the only reason we didn't kill her right there was just me being bad. So, but it is a little bit more difficult on Falcon. This character right here, Hurricane, is very difficult for Falcon to fight, especially in one-on-one, because he drops a lot of his targeting dummies, which makes both our left click and our right click and 3, our other rockets, target hit them instead of Hurricane. So he's just very difficult to actually hit with our abilities, unless we go full non-targeting and we're just trying to dry aim them, which we can, of course, and we do. We're going to drop down here real fast because we ran out of energy. We're going to wait for Lumine. We're going to see what she's doing. Wait a little bit to get some energy. Dive up. Narukami's right here, so we have to make sure we're dashing away from her if she's looking at us, which she wasn't, but we're going to chase her down now. We have the thingamajiggy, so we're also going to try to see who's chasing our guy and kind of take care of them. So this is a little hectic here, and he's dead. So hopefully for this next one we're going to look to try to grab it ourselves, because we're not be able to get a lot done right now doing damage here in the air. Come down for a second. Come back up. So Hurricane's pretty difficult for us to kill. Tricera has good ballistic defense, as well as a shield that helps, I think, with blast damage, so he's very difficult for us to kill. Narukami, while annoying, we can kill her, but she is a little harder because she gets constant stealth, which is a little difficult for us to deal with. So we are very much gnat damage, I guess I'd call it. So we're like a little gnat. We're just kind of here to piss people off the entire time. And now we're going to go for this while everyone's over there. Hopefully nobody's looking over here. We're going to stay low. And we should be able to get this. We're going to stand directly on top of it right now. Hurricane's looking at us. Hopefully somebody can block him and I can grab this. Alright, so like I was saying, we're more so gnat damage, where we're going to be weakening people's shields and pestering them, but we're hoping that one of our big damage dealers are able to finish people off fully, because we just don't have that punching power to not only break through shields, as well as just natural defense. Okay, so this Falcon's going to be annoying, but we have no problem surviving right here. So we're just going to stay low to avoid any of his missiles, and then you're just literally dashing around. You can't fly too high, or else you're not going to be in the zone to upload, so you have to watch out for that. Alright, so this Falcon's now annoyed me, so we're probably just going to try to kill him. And he's dead. Okay, so that was really good by my Welkin right there. Narukami was also looking at us, so we have to be a little careful. If you plan on playing a lot of Falcon, one thing you'll be immediately able to tell is how, I don't want to say good, but how elusive another Falcon is, just purely based off of how often they're going into base form and dropping. So like, if they are doing it a lot and they're able to change trajectory to not only dodge but constantly keep you in their sight, you know it's going to be a really fun 1v1. And then sometimes if they're a little slower than you, then you know that you're not liking a lot of risk. So as you can see, I'm not too worried about, honestly, this Narukami or this Falcon jumping on me, because neither one of them are hitting me a lot. And every time we try to go on the Falcon, we try to do... Ooh, as soon as I said that, Narukami snipes me in the middle of the fight. Love it. Hi. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. So this is fine if she wants to keep looking at me. I'm going to stay low for a second, dash over here, turn human, wait 2 seconds, go plane, come all the way around, and we're going to pop up and just try to blast some rockets down. That was not Narukami who died. It was Tricera, so we still have her up. We hit one of her big clones. So while it was good, it wasn't exactly what we were looking for. It was unfortunate that the targeting kind of turned on to her there, because she dropped a clone. So, but Narukami, you can see how evasive she is. This other Falcon, I think, is trying to chase me down right now, so we're going to duck for a second, come back up, keep annoying this Narukami. She's looking at me now, again. Remember, we'd much rather her looking at us and just trying to deal with us than looking at our team and doing damage. We lost sight of her, so we want to duck into here because we think she's right there. That could have been really bad right there because I didn't realize I was in a ledge. I was trying to jump. I mean, I was trying to drop. Okay, who's grabbing it? Should I grab it? I'll grab it. Alright, I can't tell if that's my team or not. As soon as the pulse storm starts, you're kind of lost the entire time. but I do not think this guy's my teammate, so we're going to turn and just kind of sit on him for a second in human form, make him feel a little nervous, kind of drop our things if we can. None of it's going to really work out. We see Narukami. She's right here, so we're going to try to chase her down a little bit right now, just make her uncomfortable, because she's one of the strongest characters when it comes to this storm, because all of her stuff is just purely manual targeting. And if you don't know what the storm does, it stops us from being able to lock onto people. So I can of course pop my radar, which will make people glow red so we know who's an enemy or not, but it is not it doesn't make up for the lack of being able to target, because we also can't use our right click just at all in this situation because it needs a target. So we're almost down an entire ability as Falcon. So we got another key at C while we were fucking around over here. We should be able... Okay, perfect. Woo! So, while we didn't have access to our right click, you can manually aim your threes. So right there, we just wanted to make sure our threes were hitting anywhere close to him to do splash damage, while just peppering him down with our left clicks, or our primary fire. So, as you can see, Hurricane's really annoying. He keeps dropping these things, which stop my missiles. So, we're going to destroy that because it's annoying me. So we're going to look for a new target. Falcon's fine. He's really low, which I don't know how he's so low right now. So I think our Panther has just been chasing Falcon the entire time. If you guys can't see, I'm also just being shot at by Narukami right now. So while we are staying out of range of Narukami, we're also getting shot at by a Hurricane. We ran out of energy there, but that's fine. This Falcon was doing a good job of just constantly dodging, which is nice. We're going to go annoy this Narukami a little bit because she's pissing me off. I'm being shot at by like 2 people now, which is fine, but we do not want to be in a mid-round fight with Allison that close. Hurricane's still on me, which is fine. We go human for a second to get the energy regen. We start turning. We look for crystals, drop, get the crystal regen, and then we're completely out of there. So we had 3 on us for a second there, but really that just meant we got it on A, so I don't know why they were chasing me there. So we did our job of just being a distraction. We're going to fly through here to a missile drop. This is really dangerous for us, but we know that this corridor here doesn't have a lot of them in it because we knew that there was 3 of them chasing us, so we feel comfortable diving into this. So now we're coming back up. So Narukami's still way over here. Hurricane was late to the fight. And then there Allison's. I still haven't even seen. She's all the way over there. So we had a lot of space drawn right there. Even if we're not getting kills, as long as we're drawing space and being just annoying, you're doing your job on Falcon. Enemy team wipe. Huge right there. That's great by us so far. Great team. Great team. If you look up the damage, damage is doing great for everybody. Panaka's of course a little low, but there's support. Uploads. People have decent uploads, which is awesome. We have more than one. Right now we're just flying around. So if you die, you're out of the game for 15 seconds. So as you saw right there, there was just a pure lull in me doing nothing. You do not want to die. So we've seen this Falcon die a handful of times, and that's fine of course, but he's going to be not on the map as often, and that means he's not putting out any pressure. Right now we're chasing him for no reason, and as you can see, we constantly start targeting Hurricane's little anti-trackers. So Hurricanes are a really good pick into Falcon to be annoying. But that match right there is a lot of fun. It was a little more, it was less focused. Neither team were super focused on getting anything done. So instead we kind of just had free range to be a pest. Let's go ahead and skip this. I don't really watch the highlights. While we got MVP, I would definitely say our Welkin and other people who were doing a lot of the heavy lifting. We were kind of aimlessly talking and more so just showing mechanics. Damage-wise, you can see that our damage is pretty high, but it's not going to be as high as our 2 big hitters. So we pepper things down, they kill things is how most things work. And as you can see, our Welkin with 8 kills is awesome. I don't remember who this character is. They need to put the bots' names on the bottom because I'm not too familiar with everybody yet. But as long as we have people who are able to finish people off, which as you can see our entire team had high kill counts, then we're doing good. But as you can see, Falcon, just fly around, 12 assists. You're an assist monster on this character. We're kind of in the middle of gold, which of course isn't too high, but the game, you know, came out yesterday or 2 days from now. I guess it's 3 in the morning right now, so But we're probably going to make this a video, maybe a double hitter, maybe not. I don't know. Let's try to jump straight into the next one and see how it goes. This is my bot. You know, this is my mech. So we kind of went with this golden eagle idea with a little bit of a blue accent, but we're going to try out some more colors here. We really enjoy if you guys haven't tried out this game yet, the demo's free, of course. It's probably going on as long as Steam Fest is going, I think is what they said, but maybe longer, who knows. There's a handful of different things in this game involving mods to be able to change out how your character plays. Like if we want higher blast defense but less max HP, as well as melee defense but less HP recovery, which is all great. We don't want to be taking any damage to our shield if we can help it. You have a little pilot you can customize. The striker here's designs are going to be probably one of my favorite things of it. Match found here. Cape Blanc Observatory is the escort map, and Falcon on the escort map's a little weird, so this should be fun. We have a Sky Raider most likely, which means we have a wingman. We have a Hurricane, which is great defense, Inferno, Aquila. So this is a perfect game for us to play Falcon here, because we have multiple characters or multiple friendly teammates who can finish off kills. Aquila is going to be super dangerous if we can be peppering people's blast and ballistics defense down constantly. And then we have a heavy attacker and a heavy defender. So we have a good mix, which isn't too important. Don't think there's like there's no meta or anything.
Placed by CS Vanguard at the observatory. Extractors will speed up if not dismantled in time, causing contamination. Reach the target number of dismantled units to halt their plan.
Alright, so as she said, this is the dismantle map. As I was saying, I don't think there's any there's no meta, of course. There's no one mech who's better than another mech or anything like that. I think every mech so far is actually really fun and well balanced. So this map here, you guys can see it says deploying. Every so often it's going to drop something that we have to physically get over to and click on. So it's a map of grouped up team fights constantly. So as you guys would think, we're just going to go to this Aquila, be really annoying. 3 people are looking at us. You can kind of figure out who's looking on you based on how their projectiles look, and you can figure out if you're actually in danger or not. So like us right there, we knew Hurricane, for example, was shooting at us. We do not need to be scared of Hurricane shooting at us. That's Tricera right there, I think. Yeah, Tricera, based on their little Gatling gun. So you can kind of tell how much danger you can take depending on who's shooting at you. And right there, Aquila had no opportunity to do anything except for stay in the air, because if he dropped, he was in a bad spot and he would have immediately been attacked. You can see that they don't have an air person. Oh, they have a Falcon. I haven't even seen their Falcon. But they don't have the best anti-air, because they only have one sniper, and then their Falcon is so far non-existent. He's right over there. We'll see if he comes at me. I tend not to engage in Falcon on Falcon fights unless the Falcon themselves comes for me first, just because I don't think a lot of Falcons do a lot if you leave them just to their own device. So while I ignore him, I can be chasing down their Aquila, and I don't think he'll be getting as much value. So like if we look right now, he has 100 damage, which isn't bad. We have 200, so we have double so far. So as long as we're staying the way we are, we ran out of energy because we weren't paying attention, but we want to land on this crystal right here to get increased energy. That wasn't actually a crystal, sadly. We crushed it. So you guys don't want to crush the crystals or they go away. We put a lot of damage on Tricera, go human for a second, turn back in. Panther we need to get away from. He's one of the only people on this map who can kill us right now. If he catches us flying low, we're going to kill this Falcon off just because he's low. So we need to stay away from Panther, because if he's able to charge us into anything, really, rock, another mech, anything like that, we're absolutely screwed. So our job here on this map, and in this team in particular, with the way we're set up, is to annoy the Aquila, chase down the Lumine when I find her, and kill the Falcon when he's out of position. So there's the Lumine. Our next target is acquired. It's annoying because Hurricane's nearby, so he'll probably drop a lot of stuff down. Doesn't matter. Our Aquila, I think. Who's Lady Fraser? Yeah, our Aquila's popping off. So as long as we can be focusing who our Aquila's focusing, or focusing somebody who's out of position, we'll be having great value. So let's get out of here for a second. We're super low. So right there, we did not do a good job of changing elevation. We stayed in one elevation that entire time and got hit by both Hurricane and Falcon. So that's why it's so important to turn human, drop to the floor, things like that. Oh, sorry, I'm really glad we killed that Falcon, because I was trolling right there trying to do a demonstration. But it's really important because that laser beam just chased us that entire time, and we kind of just let it. Alright, so we'll put some pepper damage into Hurricane. As you can see, we don't do a lot, because Hurricane has a high ballistic defense, but we do some, you know? We do enough, especially with 3 people near us. Okay, we spot their Aquila and their Lumine. Pick whichever one's closer. We're going to do a drive-by. We'll shoot her, then we'll swap to Aquila. Because if she's injured, if Lumine's injured, she has to worry about herself instead of her teammates. So we'll make her go worry about herself, and then Aquila's a higher threat because he has more damage, so then we'll turn to taking him down. Or at least that's my theory of how I'm doing things. Tricera will pepper some damage in because the shields are down, which is nice. Lumine will keep doing. You can tell the damage, you can tell the enemy's shield based on their white bar. But they'll also occasionally have another blue bar or green bar. I don't know. I'm colorblind. Don't ask me colors. But they'll have another bar if they're like a Panther or somebody who has an extra shield. So as soon as I see people drop that when I'm shooting at them, I'll just ignore them and change targets. So we shoot at Tricera, we shoot at Panther until they shield, and then we get out of there. Get a quick little double kill right there. Well, I get kill and an assist, which was nice. Energy low because we're talking and not paying attention too much. Quill's looking at us, so right there we stay low, and while we're shooting, because even if we have no energy, we always want to be putting out damage, we want to make sure we're not being spotted. Because if somebody notices that we're on the ground and they decide that we're out of energy and jump on us, things can get dangerous. Just that Tricera shot alone right there took out half my HP and it only hit me once, or half my shield. And it only hit me for like a second, so we have to be super careful. Also, when it comes to targeting on Falcon, you see me use my 3 a lot when I'm flying directly above somebody. That doesn't work most of the time. That's a bad habit I have to get out of because it'll aim a little too far. So you do want to be, while it does look like I'm just charging in, spamming everything, you want to be somewhat selective of which buttons you're pressing and when. So your right click, you want to make sure you're pressing on the correct target. So I'll probably want to use my right click, which is my big missile clusters, on Lumine over Tricera or Hurricane. But when I'm flying in, I might target Tricera or Hurricane first. So I want to be paying attention to who I target, which I targeted Tricera and shot, but I didn't really care at that point because he's low. But you want to be aware of who you're shooting. So right there, we stayed on Lumine first, shot our right click, and then tried to change to Tricera to shoot our 3. So Lumine took a lot of shield damage, which forces her to play more conservative, while we're able to charge back in. And remember, we're turning, so quick example, we turn human and shift because it changes our trajectory super fast. So if you want to turn, like if I want to turn around this building, instead of turning like this, I stop, turn, go. So for some reason I felt necessary to give an example of that, but that's how we're changing trajectories so often. So I actually have the button to change into plane on my mouse button, so that my fingers never have to come off my movement keys while I transform, so that I can constantly be changing trajectory and always moving. So I think that's one big hint to learning how to play Falcon really well. That one was fun. I wasn't really paying attention a lot. I kind of just got into a yappy mood. So we'll see how we actually did. I felt like our damage was pretty good. We didn't focus on capping anything because most of their team is ground heavy people who would have blown us up if we got on the floor, but our teammates were able to cap a lot. MVP. Ooh, big. So I thought we had a good team, and we definitely did. This guy's got a lot of kills, big damage most likely. So let's see how our damage was in accordance to everybody else's. So we had highest damage, which is great. So that means we were doing our job. And as you can see again, we have a couple people who have great kills. This is our Aquila, our sniper, who was doing crazy, and I believe this is our heavy attacker, who was also doing crazy when it comes to finishing off kills. So we'll give everybody a like. I believe this is our Panaka, who is just doing crazy. Yeah, his repair. So I always love it when people play that character. But we'll probably do just 2 videos here, or 2 matches here for this video. But if you guys are interested in more Falcon gameplay, I'd love to keep playing. I'm assuming as we continue on with the demo, people will get more and more skilled, and I'll probably start getting my ass kicked by other really good Falcons. So hopefully I can show you some matches where the other Falcons are putting me in the dirt, and we can kind of try to figure out together what we could do better. But besides that, if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know down below. So far, and most of the Mecha Break gameplays that I've had, or playtest-wise, time-wise, I've only played Falcon, but I also play a little bit of Sky Raider, so if you guys are interested in that, let me know. Or if you guys are just interested in seeing all the other mechs, I'd love to show it off. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today, friends, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!